Yo, I am hyphen X, and welcome to the Great Conversation Podcast. Come on in, come on in, come on in. This is our interactive show where we get to speak to you, our guests, our audience. You guys can talk back to us right there in the comments below. Let me just go ahead. I'm kind of anxious. I ain't gonna stunt. I'm kind of anxious today. I'm not gonna stunt with y'all. I am hyphen X. Welcome to the Great Conversation Podcast, where we indulge in healthy dialogue about topics that are important in today's society and culture. Before I dive into anything, today's show is sponsored by Moi. Manifest Your Desires Why Setting Goals Journal is available. I will have the link in the description here momentarily where you can go purchase that for you. Also, you get a free ebook as well. I got two free ebooks for any purchase today. Also, my new book. This is what we talking about, yo, black people. This is what we talking about right here, yo, black people. This is a thought-provoking book about black unity. And I keep saying that my favorite chapter in here is no romanticizing. We are not romanticizing black unity. It is not for everyone. Ahem, ahem, ahem. Now the business out the way. I'm gonna have those links in the description. Yeah, 1 second, man. My apologies. Got kids. Hey, Little Wayne did it. It was cute. Little Wayne did it. It was cute. All right. So today we are talking about yo, black people. What is we doing? Juneteenth has just passed us, and let me tell you what I seen. When I first walked into a Juneteenth event, I seen something that said Juneteenth collective celebration. Okay, I know what that means. Anytime I start seeing diversity, collective, this is the white man's hand on our celebration. Okay, here it comes. Day one, I go out. Now, let me say this. In no way, shape, form, or fashion do I have any problem with what this teacher is doing to touch the community. Let me say that real quick. Because I don't want to be misconstrued. I don't want to be misquoted, any of that. Okay. But a white teacher, I'm not gonna say his name on here, but if you know, you know, a white teacher was given an award at a Juneteenth event. To me, the purpose of Juneteenth is to celebrate the last of us becoming free legally, and then what we have done with our freedom. And I'm not one to say that with my freedom I've done nothing but glorify white folks. That's just me talking. That's just me talking. I'm gonna bring our guest on from Inner Strength Therapeutic Lock Service, the one and the only purpose. What's the word?
Yo, peace and strength, peace and tranquility. Purpose here. How you feeling?
Let them know. I'm good. I'm good. Now I'm a little hostile today. I'm not gonna stunt based off the subject matter.
Mm.
Uh, I don't know if you heard my little rant, but I don't understand why we as black people feel the need to honor white folks on our day. You want to jump in there?
That's a touchy subject there. DC. That's a touchy subject there. As I recall, in actuality, I believe this. I believe this. I believe that Black functions or Aboriginal functions or African American functions should be hosted, sponsored, and supported by African American people, Aboriginal people, Black people, so to speak. You feel what I'm saying? And then that way, we don't have anyone else to give gifts to or trophies to. You feel me? Because we give it to ourselves. You know, things like that happen for the sake of acknowledgement. And people always feel a need to be included. But if we just throw our own party and throw money at our own
Well,
parties.
so the face of this, I'm okay. All right, here we go. I got. You see what I'm doing? I'm
gloves,
taking the gloves off.
gloves on.
I'm taking the gloves off. So this was it's known as the longest reigning Juneteenth celebration in, I believe, the state of Illinois.
Mm,
It's been going
mm.
on for 30 years.
Wow.
Okay. It's been spearheaded by Tommy Meeks. You know what I'm saying? It was so huge that they have started to split it into 2 nights, the two
Mm,
days. You know,
mm,
and day one. Now watch this. Day one, the white teacher, he was glorified, not discrediting any of the work that he has done in the community, but he was acknowledged at a Juneteenth celebration by the elders that Tony called them, the elders, Tony Turner, uh, the elders, who consist of mostly black women who had a connection with this teacher who was a student at one time of one of the black elders. And I remember him saying on that platform that whatever they said went. So whatever these elders said went without challenge. That's the first strike.
mm.
That is not what's that fancy word you're using over there? That's not of aboriginal culture. Respect and challenge is two different things.
Yeah.
I can respect you and challenge what you're doing.
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
So that man was permitted to speak after he got his award. Day two, there was a list of black people who won awards who were not permitted to speak. They were given their award, shooed to the side to make room for the Hard Rock, because was it Hard Rock Cafe? Hard Rock Cafe Casino white man who gave some money for the kids to dance and we throwing money at kids. I just want y'all to realize they dancing and we throwing money at them. You know what I'm saying? I know what people say. Oh, something good fun, good fun. Uh huh. Okay, but then we talk about them when they do it when they get older. Okay, but he was permitted to speak. Where do you now that I put it out here? I'm gonna re-ask the question. Where do you stand on all of this? 30 years going, 30 years strong.
Wow. First of all, I didn't even know it had been 30 years they've been doing that. You know, that's amazing. That's a
Round of applause. Let it go,
oh,
guys.
but whoa, like no, okay. If we take the gloves off, just to be serious here, like they could have they could give him an award on another day. Any other day than the Juneteenth celebration. I mean, like the day that that we realized that we was free. Not That's a personal.
Yep, the
You know what
rest.
I'm saying? Hello, hello. But like I was saying, that's a personal problem. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
personal problem.
Yeah.
But I What was the personal problem? I'm sorry, I cut out. What was
Yeah,
the personal problem?
the personal problem is that we can give awards to others, you feel me, for their service to the community and whatnot on a different day for a different celebration at a different time, um to reserve certain, to celebrate as a holiday as it's been nationally known, to put some respect on it, you feel me, to respect our history and our culture, so to speak, to allow us time and space to applaud and acknowledge each other and give each other space to speak, versus allowing others who penetrate our time, culture, and energy any other day, like just for a little bit. So, I mean, I feel you. Like, they could have waited, or chose another time, or hell, even did it in private. It's like, you know what, so and so, we appreciate that contribution and what you did for the kids. We want to do a little something special for you. Here you go, in his office or
Right,
whatever little space, or send it through the mail or some cool stuff like that. You feel me? Like,
right. I wouldn't have a problem with any of that. I think those are all great suggestions. Anything but on our day. I mean, Fourth of July around the corner. It was right
no,
around the
like
corner.
literally, no, that was perfect. Actually, the 4th of July would have been ideal,
If anything,
if
like
anything.
what I get so tired of, this is what I get mad about. This is what I get mad about, and I don't care. I don't care who hears it. It's like when older black women speak, nobody want to challenge them. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, what they say, go. No, I'm sorry. He did great works in the community, but guess what? He does not meet the criteria. What's the criteria? You got to be fucking black. Like he got to be black.
That's the
You know what
criteria.
I'm saying? Or
Mm-hmm.
she, or them, or they. They got to be black. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? It's a day of, and then like I keep hearing, oh, it's not just our holiday, it's their holiday too. Bitch, we just got it. It just got recognized. We black folks are so like welcoming to the point that we are down our own culture. You know what I'm saying? We are down our own culture to glorify another. You know what I'm saying? Go
Ooh,
ahead.
you just said some shit right there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like it makes me so upset. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about in Yo Black People. I'm not romanticizing this shit. This is not for the coons. It's not for the coons at all. It's not for the Sambos at all. It's about people who want to make real sustainable change.
Mm,
Not just we have a black man who's been a part of an organization who's been standing up against police terrorism here in this city, and these motherfuckers don't even want to talk about him in public, but they'll praise him in private. You
mm,
see what I'm saying? They'll praise
mm,
him in private, but don't want to give him the credit because little do they know that they lucky that all we doing is talking. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna say it like that. But they're lucky that all we're doing is talking and trying to awake the people and give knowledge instead of trying to rally up the troops. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
And get it cracking for real. That's
mm,
what everyone should be really thinking about. Now, I spent a lot of time on the Juneteenth. I'm about to come off of it for a hot second. This is the Great Conversation Podcast. I am hyphen X. This is live. If you're listening, thank you for listening. Please feel free to add your 2 cents in the comments if you like. Nothing will be deleted. I read everything. You know what I'm saying? This is a place where you can come and speak. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to agree with me. I want you not to agree with me for real. You know what I'm saying? But also, we're also talking about the toxicity. I think I just made that word up. The toxicity of the black man, black woman relationship. And we're not even talking about all the way, we're not even talking about romantically. Let's talk about this whole Kiki Palmer thing that's happening right now. It just so happened to happen. Are you familiar with what's going on?
No. What's going on with Kiki Palmer?
Okay, well, she was at some award. I won't say she was at a award show. I think she was at like Usher's show, and she had like a leotard on with her cheeks out, with like a see-through dress over the top,
Okay.
and her baby daddy or whoever he is to her. I don't know if they're in a relationship or they're not, but he went on I guess it was Twitter, and he was like, "Really, that outfit though? You're a mom." So I made a status here. I'm gonna read it verbatim. I said, so women can tell men to pull their pants up, but men can't tell women to cover their ass up. What do you think about what do you think about that situation?
Oh, that's deep right there. That's deep. But I mean, like, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But I don't know. Like, it's with the times today, it's the way everybody dress and pop out and party and thing. And it was an Usher concert, and like, I don't. But she is in the public eye. She is a public figure, and she did just have a child. So like, I feel like I understand both sides. Him as a dad, or whomever he is to her, wanting to support her and make sure she's showing up in the best light as possible. But I mean, to go to Twitter about it,
I mean, she at the Usher concert with it.
I mean, what do you mean? Like, he could have texted her that outfit though.
Well, okay, we don't know if it from what it seems to me, my light skin senses are tingling. What it seems to me is that he disagreed with it before they left, or or when she showed it to him, he wasn't in agreement with it. I believe that he may have already expressed about that, and she was like, you know what, my body, my choice. I'm going to do what I want, because it's like the last thing. Watch this. It's like the last thing that a woman really wants to do this day and age is that is submit to a man or to take a man's advice. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to them and to her in particular, you know what I'm saying? This how I, this is this these are my thoughts. But I think that he may have already said something. But she was on stage, ass all the way out. Somebody said it just covered up what a swimsuit would cover up. I said, "Ho, where the water at?" You know what I'm saying? It's not like
Hollering.
where the
Oh my.
water at? Wasn't no water. But I'm gonna let you speak on it.
Like I said, I feel both sides. But what's
Okay.
interesting is that
Okay,
is
so
that
give me the female side. Give me the female side and then give me the baby daddy side.
all right, from the female perspective, she just had a baby. She just had a baby. You know, she probably wasn't feeling the best about herself. Like, yeah, she was happy to be pregnant, but like women, I mean, they go through a lot. I wouldn't know. I don't have children, but from my, seeing and experiencing with other women around me, like, they go through a lot of differences emotionally and uh and hits to their self-esteem, and so her feeling comfortable and free enough and sexy enough to put on something like that, to go to a Usher concert as a grown woman for R&B that we grew up on back in the day, to shake some tail, you feel me, like to get busy with Usher after having a baby and starting to get back into herself and feel like herself again. Like, she want to pop out, she want to have a good time, she knows she's going to be seen, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a vibe past the point that it's one night, um I wish I would have
So we
seen
do this.
it.
Me and Perp do this a lot. So we're gonna do this because I'm being pulled to do this. We're gonna do this. You Kiki Palmer, I'm that nigga, right? All right. So you just had a baby. You want to pop out. You want to seem like you want to be gawked at, looked at, wanted, sought after. Correct?
Just feel, I want to feel sexy for myself. It's not necessarily about being seen exactly. It's just that I'm comfortable. I feel good enough to be in this. So yeah, like to a degree, I guess. Sure.
Yes, to a degree. I'm not saying all the way for the attention of others, but that
Hmm.
does have something to do with it. Correct?
Right. Correct. Correct.
So is that man being insecure because of his baby mama, lack of a better term, is out here seeking attention from others, whether they be male or female?
Yeah. As I read into it a little bit, if he is the baby's father, then that could have something a part to play in it. Because what came to mind was, being protective. You feel me? But also like a little territorial. You feel me? Just like he done had a baby with her now. Like how he feel, regardless of the contents of their relationship. That's his woman out there with her ass out. He just had she just had his baby. You feel what I'm saying? And she out there shaking the tail for Usher. Like, nigga, what you trying to sleep with Usher or something?
Oh,
Who
and
you
I'm talking about
advertising for? What you trying to link up?
they hugging up. Usher
You
looking at that ass. It's on Twitter.
period.
It's on
Period.
Facebook. It's on TikTok.
They probably and the fact that they did indeed if they did have an argument before they left. You feel me? Not to mention whatever the contents of their relationship actually are. Okay. Now, what I feel like it was very petty because if he was truly worried about her image, right? I feel like that's something that would not have even been said. He would have just dealt with it in the text or left it at home because past this point, she's made her decision, right? And so the only person to bring it up, like he zoomed in on it. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else is just another night. Kiki Palmer, you look great. Usher concert, shaking ass, cool. But now
Man,
you the one that bring it
that,
up. Now somebody
that nigga
might
getting
say something,
that
but
nigga
for
getting
him to
text
have done
messages.
it, it's like he bringing light to it. Like if it was something that could have just been blew over, it would have been another night. Some shit that could rarely ever pop up again because this fucking infant toddler, you feel what I'm saying, is not even gonna understand what the fuck
I
is going on until she like 3 or 4.
I would have liked it better if he would have left it at that outfit though. He would have left it right there. You know what I'm saying? Because he said that outfit though. You're a mom, right?
That's zooming
I,
in on it. That's bringing light to
but
it. That's
listen.
exposing it.
I feel him. I feel him because in his world, right? Because we only looking at it from her world because she make the bigger bucks and she's in the spotlight. But in his world, hey, bro, is that nigga? Is that Kiki at the Usher concert, bro? You seen Twitter, bro? You got look at this TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like he's getting it from another way too. And as much as a relationship is not just for the woman. You know what I'm saying? It's for the man too. There
True.
has to be some type of compromise, and I don't believe that there was any compromise made. I don't not, but once again, I don't know the contents of the relationship. I don't know if they're together. I
But
don't know if they're
but
not.
let's talk about it though. Let's talk about it though. Like we talk about Kiki Palmer. You feel what I'm saying? Like to be honest, the personality type of Kiki Palmer. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna. I feel it would take a melanated man. You feel me to get Kiki Palmer to submit a certain type of way. Like I feel like there probably is different levels of compromise within that situation, but because it's like in my opinion, seemingly unevenly yoked. You feel what I'm saying? Like
So she lacked respect for him to a degree.
especially being in the industry, you know what I'm saying? And he may
Wait,
display
wait, for the
some,
people, so everybody, but Perp just said Perp nodded. But for those who can hear, I want y'all to know that when she nodded, she said yes, that Kiki Palmer has a lack of respect for this man to a degree.
I believe so. That's my
I
opinion.
do too. I do too.
Because I don't, me being a strong, a strong black woman myself, for like a better word, and you feel passionate young lady myself, I know it's like it's a certain kind of energy that I feel like I could be, that can compel me or calm me or like I don't know that I'll adhere to that will come from another person of like kind. Like I just
So Kiki, I'm going to repeat this back. This is Hyphen X, Great Conversation Podcast. Sitting here with Perk. We talking right now. We talking about yo black people. We got to talk about Juneteenth. Now we talking about black man, black woman relationship. And Perk just said that Kiki Palmer looked at my man and said, "You don't make enough. You're not dark enough. You know what
no
I'm
no
saying?
no no that's not what
You
that's not what I said. You're paraphrasing right now. You're paraphrasing right now because that is not what I said. I gave no details. I just said I sense. Let me clarify. I reiterate. I purpose Simba high peace and strength. I purpose Simba feel that there's a lack of respect within the connection. Not sure exactly
yeah,
the details of said lack of respect. However, there's something there. Okay, because Kiki, that's a
called a
vibrant
baby.
cookie. Vibrant cookie. Okay.
Hey, I don't know her. I like Kiki Palmer.
I love
You know
her.
what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I know Kiki. I don't know her, but I feel like I grew up with her. You know what I'm saying? And I I hate to say this, but I expect. Do I think it was tasteless what she did? Not tasteless, but I think it would have been a good opportunity. We need to see where black men and black women are in the public eye respecting each other with
That's
real
right.
life situations. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I say I feel like there was no compromise to that outfit. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe she would have like I don't know. I'm not a fashion head. I'm not a fashion head. I don't think there's no saving the fit. I don't think there's no saving the fit. Ass is all the way out. You know what I'm saying? Yes you at an Usher concert. Yes you're having a good time, but your ass is out for the gratification that you receive from other people's compliments, male or female. You know
Now
what I'm saying?
she also could have had a thing for. I mean, maybe she did have a thing. Like
She
we
did.
said, you know, like
She was saying. I
And
mean, and
I
Usher's
have
in
to
the
see the
ring to get her.
video. I have to see the video. But you gotta know that. Let me see. Usher grew up sleeping on somebody couch. Who couch he was sleeping on? P Diddy couch at like 12
Mhm.
and 13 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately,
These people, when I say they industry folk for real, like they grew up, like the way shit is set up, like Drake got on from a motherfucking private concert that he had at Jamie Foxx apartment.
right,
You feel what I'm saying? How Jamie Foxx's
right.
crib or whatever type shit. Like Aaliyah was 15 when she was fucking around with R. Kelly. You
Whoa, 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 whoa. I want to keep the conversation. Whoa,
allegedly. This is all speculation, but all I'm saying is, it's like, things happen, and the way people come up, they stories, how, I mean, we can go back. I got stories of kids that used to link up and have do weird stuff, you know what I'm saying, together. All like you never know how far that history go back, and maybe there's some time when she was younger and she wished she could have, you feel me, or whatever the case, and she just felt free. She a full grown woman now. She done had her baby. She a woman now. I don't know. Ain't
yeah,
no telling. But I feel like,
no,
she's so high
no. I think you
vibrational.
telling. I think you telling the truth. I think you telling. I think everything that you saying is 100% valid. You know what I'm saying? I think everything you said is how she felt. Fuck that nigga. She was fuck nigga free. She going out here, hang out with her
Outside,
girlfriends at the Usher concert with her ass out.
We
is what it
outside. She's
is.
successful. She got a TV show now. She been popping her shit forever. You like what? Like quit playing
All
with
those,
her.
all those things mean
She's
more than
suffering.
her than her home life, than
And
how her man felt. She could have went out and had. He didn't say you couldn't go to the Usher concert. He didn't say you couldn't be out all night. He just, hey, baby, that's what you wearing.
you say you're a mom,
Like, bitch, like people know we together,
but are they really
and then,
though?
well, people know. Well, I'm just saying, like people, like to us, they together because they just had a baby. They got a couple pictures together. That's all it needs for us. Okay, he was in the delivery room. It's all gravy. But people are going around. And they'll say, "Well, look at what's Sierra husband name? Russell, D'Angelo Russell. Look at him and how Sierra was dressed." I'm like, but he was there. It's a whole other ball game. It's a whole other ball game when your girl dressed like that and you there. It's a whole other ball game. You holding her hand, you letting it be known, like, yeah, this me. Look how you, yeah, yeah, yeah. But now you have to rely on just her by herself, and a bunch of no good hoes she with. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. She was
Well,
going out there. All those women were not in relationships that she was with because none of them would have let her go out like that because none of them was dressed like that. None of them was dressed like that.
I wasn't there, so I would not
Oh yeah,
know. I
you didn't
didn't
see
see
it.
it.
You didn't
I
see
didn't
it. You
see
didn't
it,
see
so
it.
I can't say what they look like. And for the sake of the conversation and really getting on black matters, you feel me? There is not enough information here for us to come to a proper conclusion.
So if you were dating a guy and like, have you ever been in that situation? You wanted to wear something risque, your man tells you no, and then you don't do it.
I feel like I have. I feel like I have. I go through some outfit changes. I ask an opinion and see how I feel. Has it ever happened? Maybe not,
That's
but
crazy.
but I don't know, like, cause I wear. I mean, I have some outfits that if I was in a relationship, I probably,
Okay, so you have clothing that if you were in a relationship that you would not wear.
yeah, without him present.
Why?
Um, why? Because uh, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's too revealing. Like, I got these shorts, you know what I'm saying, and they kind of like they like coochie cutters with the little sprinkles and stuff, and it's like my whole butt cheeks be out. You feel me? Like
Hmm. Like Kiki Palmer dress.
probably yeah, something like that. Except no cover up, just no cover up
Like,
lasts for days, and it's just like as enticing and tempting that is in a relationship. Would I want to go outside now if I'm upset, if I'm mad at my man or some shit like that? If I need to give him a reminder, like, shorty, like, fuck is you talking about? Like, this could, then I would do that on some, on some petty relationship type shit, on some fun petty
that, and
relationship type
that's
shit.
how I
But
feel. That's just how I feel. The whole situation is like when it comes to the black man and the black woman relationship, the respect factor is crazy. I was watching this podcast on TikTok. I forgot the name of it, and the black woman was like, it's crazy to me that women's cutoff women's cutoff is making if your man actually wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, make him a sandwich, make him something to eat, what you making him. They was like, oh, I'm not finna get up and make nothing for him and this, that, and the other, but you let him nut in you.
no, like, no, like, no, like, if you with somebody and that's your person, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, baby, can wake up? Let's say you gotta go to work or anything to support him, like, when you got love in your heart for your partner, you feel what I'm saying? Unless you just like, I don't know, dog ass tired, like you just worked 16 hours, you feel me? And you just went to bed. Like, I don't see what the problem is. You can get up, make your man a sandwich, and go the fuck back to sleep. Like, that's love. Like
Yeah.
that's love. That's not a hard task,
Would you
especially
say
when
that most of the women that you know, or like let's not boil it down to like you personally making it personal. As a woman's culture, is that the culture of womanhood nowadays?
not exactly, but I will say from my perception, the young women, some of these young women that I've seen, I feel like they would though. Like when you that excited to be with your person, like these girls, they be excited to be with their boyfriends. At least the younger generation now. Women my age, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, women between the ages of 25 and 35, maybe even 40. Yeah, you might have a hard time. But like the younger generation, like they'll do that shit. I've watched I watched them get busy. Like I know young ladies that get up and cook full meals every day for their family. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's black women, black young ladies, like under 25, out
Oh
there
yeah,
doing
I know it exists. I know it exists, and we call those unicorns. And the reason we're calling them unicorns is because it's something. Nowadays, I was just thinking, I'm like, when's the last time I had some green beans with like white potatoes cut in it? Like, when's the last time I had that with some homemade cornbread? You know what I'm saying? Now, people may say maybe the caliber of women that I'm around or this, that, and the other. I'm just saying that I am starting to realize that a certain characteristics about another generation of women is starting to fade away in this 304 stripper culture, that this woman revolution. I don't understand why the woman revolution got to be so
so masculine.
anti. Yes, thank you. So masculine. Oh, that was
No,
perfect. Ooh, you
no,
really say, hey, you saved me right there, G. Yeah,
I got
yeah.
you. I got
Can you speak on that?
Yeah, I follow you. I understand your perception of that. And and sometimes it's been moments where I found myself asking the same. And um I could just say that it's a lot of pain there. It's a lot of pain there. And that's why it's so masculine. Like when you're dealing with groups of women and cultures of women or generations of women who solely had to provide for themselves, like you got to understand that there was just a whole season, like maybe even two, damn near three generations of women raising children by themselves. You feel what I'm saying? Like women providing for themselves. Like when the fact that at a certain time, like a few years ago, black women were rated the number one like smartest in the US as far as like college and all that extra shit. Because like we ain't had no choice but to get busy. You feel what I'm saying? Like man, we so it's like, and not to mention being one of the most oppressed people, you feel me, in the world outside of Aboriginals is women.
You think black
Okay.
women were? Do you think black women were oppressed because they was women, or do you think they were oppressed because they was black?
Now, black women, Aboriginal women aside, because I did just put a general, we talking about our people specifically. See that
Hmm.
collective, the collective shit again. No, it's because it was both. The fact that we were Aboriginal and woman. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's Eve. You had an Eve before the Adam. You know what I'm saying? There was an Eve before the Adam. So with that being said, as far as like laws of the universe and spirituality, before we can cross over into that to a different degree. But yes, black women, you know what I'm saying, in particular, are the most. I feel like the most suppressed usually is the most powerful, right? The more that you can step on somebody's neck and not help them realize, remember, and identify whom and whose they are. You feel what I'm saying? Then you don't have
I
no
don't want to get
issue.
into I'm going. I don't want to get into. I heard somebody say this one time. The oppression Olympics. Uh,
No,
see
we're
who
not
get the
gonna do
fucking
that. I don't want to get into that
who
either. No.
right who gonna get the gold. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that when black men and black women realize that we face the same oppression, you know what I'm saying, no matter the gender, you know what I'm saying, it was just a spectrum of blackness. You know what I'm saying? How black you were, how black you acted, and how much you were or were not for your people that gave you the either the benefit to go forward in life or to be held back. I think once we realize that, then we'll be able to move forward and have respect in that nature. But I also think that the respect has to come in when you give a level of forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not, I had to learn this. It's not every woman that I was mad at. I was just mad at my ex bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, I'm talking like this because this is my homie. I could talk to my homie like this. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I, I to like I'm not mad at everybody. I'm mad at this one person. And to that brother, if you see now that she don't want to listen to you and she in the public eye like that, man, you might want to leave or come to terms and be like, "This is what I have to deal with." You choose what you want to tolerate.
Oh
If
yeah,
this is something that you can tolerate, tolerate it. If it's not, I say bounce.
this
I
is
say
true.
bounce.
This is I agree to the, but also I feel like after the smoke clears, you know, because like when things are heated, you know, y'all not seeing eye
Yeah,
to eye, especially like people leave and stuff like that. Okay, and after the person that gone and did what they wanted to do now, you know what I'm saying? It's like okay, so now we're here and we didn't calm down and we didn't reflect it or had time to reflect, you know, like have a mature conversation about it. It's like, hey, I don't feel like this was cool. I feel like there was a lack of respect or a lack of compromise here. You know,
communication is huge.
communication and
Yes,
and allow
comprehension.
the person and allow the other person to be like, you know what, hey, I see where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do better in that area. You know, you know where you're right. I can do better in that area. Or it'd be like, no, you're just gonna have to get over it or get the fuck on. You feel me? Like this is who I am.
Yep,
This is what it is. Cool.
and make your choice then, and
And
then
make
make
that
your
choice
choice.
then. But don't
And
but don't
so,
pre-assume. But I feel like we can't forget to not pre-assume because we don't know until we actually effectively know. You know?
true, true. Now, all that being said, we went from community to one-on-one relationship. Now let's talk about family. The children, the black children, for the most part, inner city are disrespectful as the fuck.
Mm.
They're disrespectful. Um, they they don't want to listen to anyone. You know how we say it take a village. You know what I'm saying? But the only way that work is if if the villagers have respect for the other villagers. That's the only way it works. That's the only way it works. If I can say something to a young man or a young woman, and I and this is crazy because it used to be the other way around, maybe like 10, 15 years ago. But nowadays, the girl gonna pop off before the boy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't my motherfucking daddy. You ain't who the fuck is you? Who you supposed to be? The fucking police? Get the fuck from around me. Don't say shit to me. And then they can call whoever their adult counterpart is, and that person is gonna ride out with them, opposed to telling them, hey, you know what I'm saying, correcting them. Our young people are growing up, but they're not being raised, in my opinion. And I'm a
No,
father.
absolutely. Absolutely. No, I agree. There's a lack of discipline. There's a lack of structure of that and a lack of discipline that we and a lack of respect, like a lack of self-respect, you know? Because especially with babies raising babies and all this cool jazz, like people are so focused on living their life instead of raising the lives they created. You feel what I'm saying? And
Yeah. Say that. Wait, hold on. You can't just speed bump over that. Say that again.
I say with the season of babies raised making babies, people are more focused on living their life instead of raising a life that they created. You know, like
Whew.
um wanting to because they started so early or because they had it so young or because they didn't have the self respect or the discipline. to use, protective wear, or to not do something, or just to restrain oneself, right? They succumb to lust and temptation, and now you in a situation that you wanted later on in life, but not before you was actually able to live. You know what I'm saying? And so now you're trying to actively do both, but the way most of them came up, there was very little attention shown, and then on top of the fact with the TVs and the phones raising the kids now,
Oh
people
man.
minding their business. They letting the technology raise them damn kids. Just like, and they know, and all the influence of the internet. Jesus,
All right. That's a whole nother.
not to mention the music. So you got the influence of the internet. And the kids is listening to the same music that their parents listen to, and because they all young and from the hood and in the streets, and they idolize it. Even, like, mind you, we're gonna talk about it a little bit, like even other races, you feel what I'm saying, they younger generations listening to the same music and the same programming and the same low vibrational shit that's being forced on our community. You feel what I'm saying? Like, motherfucking glorifying that shit, not
Yeah.
even realizing that it's lowering the frequency and dumbing the shit down more and more. So the lack of respect we have for ourselves, like me, I don't believe that that's an issue for me. Especially anybody bring their kids up in here. And I didn't had it. Like, I didn't had it. I play that role. Like, it take a village. I didn't had an unruly child up in here. They mama just letting them do anything. Like, no, you sit down. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you have a seat. You mind your manners when you in here. No,
Now,
you
how did
don't
that
speak.
mom take that?
She was supportive in it. She was looking at me like, wow, like, I think she felt to take some more initiatives for herself. And then, with the services that I have here, at least,
Yeah.
trying to calm him down a little bit, goddamn. But ultimately, having to check him and making her clean up after him and stuff like that, or even having him clean up after himself with stuff all over the floor. Like, listen, come on now. Come on now. You feel me? Like, but with the love of my people, and and the love, if I didn't care for them, if I didn't care about her, if I didn't care about him, I wouldn't say nothing. I would just service them and wait till they left. Like, I'm gonna get my money and then I'll just clean about it. No, I'm not gonna sit there and watch you fail. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit there and not say nothing when I know I have a voice and a self-respect to command, and a self-respect to command respect, because children respect honesty and children respect self-respect. So if you confident in yourself, you know what I'm saying, and you have a certain authority about yourself, that especially if it's something they're not used to, they're gonna pay attention.
Yo.
And even
Look,
if
Perk ready to be somebody's mama out here, boy. Y'all hear this? This is Perk ready.
I'm, I'm hollering, but no, I'm just
No,
saying,
that's
like,
real.
for real, for real. I for whatever reason, I've been getting more children. My shop 420 friendly. You feel me? And we super spiritual and high vibes in this joint. But I've been getting a lot of more children as of recent, and I'm grateful because I get the same service to each one, and to help sow these seeds within their minds, but to sow seeds of self respect, to sow seeds of royalties, to sow seeds of
Yeah.
esteem. You feel what I'm saying? To encourage their passions. You feel what I'm saying? To encourage their drive so they feel excited about life, and they don't quickly turn to the vices and the woes of being black in America. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
no, I agree with everything you just said. And like I really like the whole part where you talk about I'm able to instill in them at a young age because I give the exact same service to them that I give to the adults. You know what I'm saying? So to have the time to marinate those seeds that you're planting in them at a young age, I think that's important. And you know what? You just encouraged me a little bit more today too, because no matter what the outcome is, the villagers must speak up. No matter what the outcome is, the villagers must speak up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that lady, she don't
And,
come here no more. And for one, it could be price wise, but another thing is that I'm instilling a discipline. It's a level of consistency that comes when you come here. Like, whenever you
yeah,
come, it's gonna be consistent. If he out of pocket, I'm gonna check him every time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, in my space. And so, like,
Right.
if you can't take it, if you got a problem, if you don't, you can move around. But this you're gonna get that tough love here. Now, I'm sorry to interject, but
Yeah.
go.
No, black, like I said in the book, black unity is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Some people get kicked out the village. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I think we spend too much time trying to pull in folks who are resistant, and opposed to building with the ones who uh, who have the same vision. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
giving too, so to say it plainly, giving too much power to your ops and your haters, and not paying no attention to your supporters and lovers. You know what I'm saying?
That's where it's at.
That's that's exactly where. So I am hyphen X. Great conversation podcast talking with purpose here from Inner Strength Therapeutic Lock Services. We having a great conversation right here talking about Yo Black. What is we doing? We talked about Juneteenth. I'm not going to recap everything. You guys gonna have to go back and listen. We talked about Juneteenth and why Black people feel the need to be out here celebrating white folks on our day. We also talked about the lack of respect between the black man and the black woman, and what we can do to better that relationship. You know what I'm saying? I will recap that. I will say this, that we talked about communication, comprehension, discipline. You know what I'm saying? And then we also talked about our children. And when did you know the exact same thing we talked about for the children, for the adults, we can apply to the children. Why? Because they fucking people. We all you know what I'm saying? Like we're all people. Now, I believe I've been doing this lately. Usually, podcasts they stretch 2 hours. But if I feel like we hit it, and we hit, I think we hit everything on the head.
I did
I
have
will add,
go
yes, go ahead. I was gonna say, well, unless there's something you want to say,
I
yes.
did have one more thing that I wanted to add, and I think it was with the community and the thing with the Juneteenth. I believe on my message today is to challenge our people to stop people pleasing. You know how we people please, and we learn to stop people pleasing once we get a certain age in our lives and dealing with the intimate relationships around us, especially when we trying to level up and learn and evolve, right? But like, how about us not people pleasing as a community? Like you said, something we so kind and we so open hearted that we always want to welcome people into the fold, but sometimes it's no, 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 not today. No, this is for us. This is our space. This is our time. We need to cultivate and create this for us and our people. No, you cannot partake in this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll show you the results later. Maybe we'll share it with you later. But right, this is for us. Maybe we will,
Right, come
maybe
back
we won't.
Tuesday.
Yeah, like, but the guilt or whatever we feel from saying no to other people, other races, other cultures. You feel me? Like, gee, like, no, no is no. The same way we okay with telling that white woman, no, you can't touch our hair. We should be okay with saying no. We don't want to celebrate women's rights. We want to celebrate black women's rights. You feel what I'm saying? Or no, we don't want to celebrate all lives matter. We want to celebrate our lives matter. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's
You
really
you,
it.
t- you preach to the choir.
So I just really wanted to touch on people pleasing as a people. And the more that we step out of that energy and continue to walk and embrace into what's truly ours and stand and hold on to our power instead of consistently giving it away, you feel me? Like, we stand more to gain. And I believe it's something that's actually happening and cultivating little by little. But, even though it may look like we're not winning, we truly are. And I see it because in the world that I'm
Hmm.
creating on my own, it's like, I'm able to see the woman that's actually catering and showing up and being that better half to that man, and I'm able to engage with parents and different women and even single mothers that are raising their children in the upright where they have manners and they speak respectfully and they know when to shut the fuck up. You feel what I'm saying? In mind they be, like, to stay in a kid's place, or not even stay in a kid's place, but they allowed to be themselves, but they also being raised to how to show respect and how to conduct themselves in public type stuff. But
Yeah.
Yeah, and I definitely appreciate you for sharing the space with me and having me here today. It's always exciting and engaging. You know, I get to expand and work on my public speaking as well. So I truly thank you for having me. It was a great convo, you know, and I love to do it again whenever you're ready. You know, just say the word.
Most deaf, most deaf. Hey, hey man, tell people how to get in contact with you. Uh, get that therapeutic lock service done. Let them
Okay.
know.
Well, you can find me on Google at Inner Strength Therapeutic Lock Services or on Instagram at Purpose Simba. Uh, I use the Schedulicity booking site, but if you Google Inner Strength, I should pop up, and you can also find my link on my Instagram as well. Um, we offered spiritual therapeutic lock services here, where we help you align and shift your perspective, so you can see things from a higher way of viewing, a higher perspective, a higher way of thinking and feeling, just to raise your frequency and bring balance to all the chaos that be in our mind from time to time. So come on down and check us out. We're located in Rockford at 1240 Broadway. I'll be more than happy to have you.
Oh yeah, man, and I'm definitely endorsing it. Hey, I appreciate you for coming on, Perk. I appreciate our listeners and our people that are in the comments. I appreciate y'all as well. Let me, you know what we like to say here. I'm not even gonna, I'm not, guys, go buy the books. Link will be in the description. Everything that's happening to me, I use this book.
Hey,
From this book was birthed. My bad. This
that's
book was
dope.
birthed.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. From this book, other things are starting to manifest. And when we talk about manifestation, guys, we ain't talking about no hocus pocus. We're not talking about no abracadabra, no open sesame. We
Mm-mm.
are talking about putting thought with the sweat,
Mm-hmm.
being intentional with our movements, being intentional with our thoughts, breathing on purpose. I
Yep.
am the I am hyphen X. I am the I am hyphen X, man. You know, we like to say here at the Great Conversation Podcast, you don't always have to agree to have a great conversation.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.